In today's tutorial, we are gonna go super fast. I'm gonna do this entire face of makeup using one compact from Seint. So this is palette 18, has everything I need for my entire face of makeup and two brushes. And so we're gonna get started and I'm gonna show you how you can achieve this in a matter of minutes. Okay, so we're gonna go super fast. I already have my primer on my face. So this is my setting spray. It's my primer and my setting spray. It's a 2-in-1 product. If you don't have it, you certainly need it. Everything I'm gonna use for my entire face is coming out of this stunning palette 18 from Seint. So these are customizable magnetic compacts that you build and create the colors and makeup that you want. So I'm gonna first start off with a completely optional step, and that's color correcting. So if you have dark circles, you're going to love this highlight right here. This is Mango, and Mango has orange in it, and Mango is fantastic for canceling out any dark blue that you have underneath your eyes. I'm just gonna pop that on there. Now I'm gonna use this color of contour. This is Aspen, and Aspen is great for canceling rosacea, redness, acne. I'm gonna use a brush and use a really light, thin layer of it just to take care of the discoloring that I have going on. I love using Aspen contour for color correcting my rosacea because it's a thicker cream, and so it's gonna really help for that redness to not peek through. Color correcting, completely optional step, but effective for taking care of discoloring you have on your face, and you're gonna end up using a lot less foundation. One key thing in remembering with color correcting is less is more, just like the rest of the makeup. Every time you add anything onto your face, you are emphasizing texture, even if it's high quality makeup like Seint Cream Foundation. So I have used the littlest bit of Mango highlight underneath my eyes for the dark circles, and redness for Aspen contour for the redness and rosacea I have on my face. So let's get to my 3D foundation. So my highlight, contour, and another highlight combined together in one strategically placed layer is going to give me my 3D foundation. It's going to give me dimension and coverage, but a natural glow. So I strategically apply my 3D foundation. That way I'm using less product, because you don't need to layer upon layer with your makeup. This is my foundation right here. So I'm gonna first pop on my contour. So this is my contour. I'm using the shade Olive, and it is a thicker cream. So I'm gonna start off by just applying 2 contour lines straight on my cheekbones, and this is going to give me coverage. I'm gonna apply that contour line. If you imagine a triangle right in the middle of your forehead, I'm gonna apply it outside that triangle. So we're just creating some dimension up on the forehead. As I said earlier, contour does give coverage, so this is your foundation. Then I'm gonna apply a contour line around my jawline. So this is just giving me some dimension along my jawbone and making it more prominent. And it's also just hiding any double chin I may have going on. You can just apply it right underneath here too to give a little bit of a shadow. One cool thing is when you let your contour just rest on your skin, it's actually gonna help warm up that cream and melt it, and it's gonna blend even better. So this looks crazy at first, but I promise you, it's going to blend beautifully. So now I'm gonna move on to my main highlight. So that is my main foundation color. It's closest to my natural skin tones. I'm going to strategically place this because my contour is already giving me coverage. So I'm gonna apply that main highlight right here in the middle of my forehead. And then some along my nose. And then I have some around basically where you would wear a mask. So on both sides of the nose, on the chin, and then I have some right here I don't put too much main highlight along my jawline because my neck is so much lighter than my face. I wanna make sure the two match up, so I'm gonna apply my accent highlight there. So this is my accent highlight. That's that pop of brightness that I want to really just come through and emphasize brightness and waking myself up. So I'm gonna apply that in the inner corner of my eyes, on the outer corner to give a little eye lift. And we're just basically filling in the gaps. So I'm gonna do it in the T-zone, straight down the middle to create brightness, and then along my jawline so that my neck and face match up. So you can let this cream sit on your face for a few minutes if you want to continue letting it just warm up to your skin. You can even apply your blush and bronzer at this point and blend it all together. There's so many possibilities when it comes to applying this makeup. So this is just one way to apply it. Of course, when you're using your finger and dipping it in, every time you do that, you are picking up a lot of product, so less is more. You also want to make sure your fingers are clean since you are exposing your makeup to bacteria every time you dip it in there. I'm gonna blend this all out with one of our amazing double-ended brushes at Seint. These are made specifically to apply and blend the cream makeup. You don't wanna skip the step of not getting one of these brushes. So I'm gonna first start off and start blending in just a little bit of my main highlight. I'm using the bottom end of this detail brush. This is my favorite brush for blending and applying my contour. But this is a great brush for also doing exactly what I'm doing. So I am just first starting off where my main highlight is. I'm not swiping, I'm doing light stipple motions and just pushing that cream in. You can flip the detail brush, and the smaller end is great for these accent highlight areas in smaller areas of your face, like in between your eyebrows and really delicate skin underneath your eyes. I'm gonna blend in those contour lines. Same brush, the detail brush, that flat end. And when you're applying and blending contour, you want to keep in mind that blending is key. It is a dark color, but it's going to blend gorgeous and feather up. We're doing a facelift. So I am feathering this contour line up onto my cheekbone to give an instant facelift and dimension. It's going to look harsh at first like that. We're going to keep blending and use our perfector sponge in just a minute. You'll want to blend your contour line up into your hairline on your forehead. That way it all matches beautifully and you don't have any weird breaks in color. And then on your jawline, just follow your jawline and blend down so it blends into your neck. Important step you don't want to skip. This is my perfector sponge and it is our version of the Beauty Blender sponge. I have it damp and I squeeze the excess moisture out of it, and now I'm just bouncing this perfector sponge all over my foundation and pushing that cream makeup in, continuing to blend and also getting any excess makeup off. So that's gonna be really, really helpful because that's pretty much the only mistake that you can make with this makeup is by applying too much. After you use that perfector sponge, you can set your makeup. It's not an optional step. You should definitely set your cream foundation. So I just sprayed our setting spray on my face, let it sit for just a minute, and then I finished it off with a setting powder. So this is a loose powder by Coty Airspun. We do have a setting powder that comes in a tin called Vanilla Dust. Setting powder is completely optional, but if you have oily skin or you want a matte finish, then you definitely want to set with a powder. So now I'm gonna move on to bronzer. I'm gonna warm up my skin. This is my Bella bronzer. It's a cream bronzer and it blends really pretty with the makeup. I'm gonna use the blend brush and just blend the back, brush the back of my hand to get a little bit of that bronzer off, and hold the brush a little away from your face like this and start swirling that bronzer where the sun naturally kisses your face. So bronzer does not replace contouring, but you're going to apply it wherever you have your contour because it's just gonna warm the face right up. And if you're afraid if you apply too much, you can definitely use your perfector and just keep blending. Add some blush to my skin just to give it a pop of color. So this is a lip and cheek of ours called Frenchie. I love Frenchie because Frenchie is just a really, really pretty shade of blush that goes pretty much on any skin like a dream. So I'm gonna take that blend brush and pop Frenchie on the top of my cheekbone and swirl right up, and then softly throw a little bit on the front of my cheeks. So you could use Frenchie on your lips for your lip color. I'm gonna throw on a semi-gloss version of Frenchie, and that is Desert Sunset. Desert Sunset is a gorgeous lip and cheek that is more of a gloss, and it's just really, really pretty on the lips, very natural looking and easy to do. So let's throw on a little bit of eyeshadow since I'm gonna just do a full look with you today. I'm gonna throw this eyeshadow primer base by NYX on my eyelids. This is going to act as a barrier between the oil on my skin, on my lids, and then my eyeshadow. So I'm gonna use eyeshadows from Seint. We do have the very best eyeshadows that are out there. And the cool thing is they are right there in your compact, easy peasy. So let me grab my eyeshadow brush. This is the fluffy end. I'm gonna go right into this brown matte color right here. That's Bubba. And so I'm gonna take the fluffy end of my eyeshadow brush, swirl it in Bubba, tap any excess off, and start pressing Bubba on the outer corner. Then I'm gonna keep my eye open and go back and forth, windshield wiper motion. Now I obviously applied way too much Bubba on there, but that's okay. I'm gonna show you how this blends. So we're gonna keep the eye open because my top of my eyelid rests on the bottom of my eye, so I really want you to see the color I have on there. I'm gonna take that same brush and switch ends to the dense end, and this is Cocoa. And Cocoa is just a really fun, deep brown. Then I'm gonna focus on the outer corner of my eye and bring it down just a little bit to create some dimension on the outer corner of my eyes. I'm gonna take my finger and go into my favorite shimmer of ours. This is You Complete Me, and it's just a really, really pretty rose gold shimmer. I'm gonna place that in the center of my eyelids and pack it on there and then feather that up. I'm gonna throw this really pretty color right here. This is Rome, and Rome is just a beautiful cream shimmer, and I'm gonna blend this all out with a smudge brush. So this is one of our eyeshadow brushes we have. I'm gonna throw that on the inner corner of my eyes and just start blending this all together. Okay, so I threw some eyeliner on and some mascara and false lashes. Last but certainly not least is my illuminator. So I'm gonna throw a powder illuminator. This is Glamazing. This is the blend brush, the same brush I used for my bronzer and my blush. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of my powder illuminator on the apple of my, or the top of my cheekbones, bottom of my nose, and along my Cupid's bow. You can even pop it inner corner, eyebrow bone, and that is that. So that is my makeup for today. Super fast look. Everything came from one compact from Seint. You customize and build the makeup you want. You place it strategically, super easy to do. And then I used the detail brush and the blend brush, and of course, my setting spray so that my makeup goes on and lasts all day long. If you'd like to get started with Seint, message me, we'll get together. I will color match you and recommend the best foundation colors possible for you. And you can have an effortless glow with coverage that looks natural looking and lasts all day long.